There's nothing more frustrating than popping a tire while riding your bike. However, changing a tire does not have to be a frustrating experience. Hi, my name is Donnell, and I'm going to tell you how to change a bike tire today. I'm an avid road cyclist and have changed many a tire on the side of the road. Most of my sources and resources are coming from my brother Andrew, who's also a road cyclist and taught me how to change a tire. Today, I'm going to teach you the main points and steps to changing a bike tire. The tools you need to change your tire are pretty simple. You just need your bike tire, tire irons, a new tube to put in your bike tire, and a bike pump. We need to learn a couple of vocab words as well. The tire of the bike is actually just the rubber coating on the outside. Inside of the tire is the tube that holds the air that we'll replace, and there's also the bead, which is the edge of the tire that sits in a special slot in the metal frame. Lastly, there's the valve stem, or also referred to as the valve, which is where you put air into your tube that we'll need later. The first step to changing your bike tire is to remove one bead of the tire so that you can pull the tube out. To do this, you want to take your tire iron and put it under the bead of the bike tire, and then use it as a lever to pull it off. You want to take a second tire iron and put it 1 to 2 inches farther down and also remove the bead. You will notice that if you do this correctly, the bead will sort of pull away from the rim. Then you want to take one of your tire irons and move it around the wheel in order to pull the bead completely off. Once the bead is completely off, you'll have access to the tube inside. One trick that I got from an article by Ride25 is that if you remove the entire tire from the rim, it'll be harder to put on later. Instead, you should only pull off one bead and then take out the tube from inside. Once you're ready to take out the tube, you can just pull it out pretty easily. Once the old tube is out, it's essential to check for any punctures or any sharp items on the inside of your tire and your rim to ensure that when you put in a new tube, it won't just pop again. You can do this by running your finger around the tire. If you feel anything sharp, be sure to take it out. Now it's time to put your new tube in your tire. The first step to doing this is to put just a little bit of air into the tube. You want enough air so that it holds shape, but not enough that it's going to be full. Once you have enough air in your new tube for it to hold its shape, you want to put it back onto your tire, starting with the valve stem. The valve stem will go in a hole that you have to find. Once you've located where the valve stem should go, place the valve stem through the hole. Then you want to place the tube on the rim of the tire, tucking it under the rubber. Once the new tube is completely inside of the rubber tire, it's time to place the bead back. This is the hardest step, and you want to make sure you get it right, or otherwise your tube and your tire will fall off your tire when you try to ride away. Starting with the valve stem side, push the bead of the tire back onto the metal rim. You want to go around and do this for the whole tire. It'll get harder as you get closer to the end, but that's what we'll use our tire levers for. When it gets too hard to use your hands, you want to take a tire lever and put it under the tire and push it in. Once the tire bead is correctly placed on the rim, you want to make sure that there is none of the tube sticking out. Otherwise, it'll pop when you try and inflate it. This is a trick I learned from a video produced by the Global Cycling Network. If you're satisfied that all of the tube, the tire, and the bead are placed correctly, now it's time to inflate your tire. Once the tire is full, you can put the tire back on your bike and ride away. Hopefully, these are helpful tips to help you learn how to change your tire. A couple of tips to avoid is when you use your tire levers, you want to be gentle to avoid popping your tube. Another tip is that you want to put a little bit of air in the new tube so that it holds its shape. Thanks so much for following along with me today. I hope I was helpful in teaching you how to change a bike tire.